world, especially the sporting fraternity, woke up to some early morning bad news as basketball legend Kobe Bryant and his 13-year-old daughter Gianna Maria Bryant have been killed in a helicopter crash in a hillside in California. Tributes from celebrities and fellow sports stars have been pouring in, many expressing shock at the tragedy. Good morning, I'm Amit Mackerel and these are the top stories this hour. Candidate fielded by ruling Nepal Communist Party Agni Sapkota elected unopposed for the post of House Speaker. Sapkota vows to live up to the Speaker's responsibilities. State coffers suffer unnecessary burden of 150 billion rupees allocated for more than 500 authorities termed virtually defunct by Public Expenditure Review Commission. Basketball legend Kobe Bryant and his 13-year-old daughter killed in a helicopter crash in a hillside in California. Tributes from celebrities and fellow sports stars pour in. And Real Madrid moved top of La Liga for the first time since October after securing a hard-fought 1-0 win away at Real Valladolid. Let's begin with the national political updates. Lawmaker of the ruling Nepal Communist Party Agni Sapkota was elected unanimously as the new House Speaker yesterday. The chairman of the meeting of the House of Representatives, the senior-most member of the lower house, Mahanta Thakur, announced Sapkota's appointment as the Speaker. Former Speaker and Deputy Leader of the Parliamentary Party of the Nepal Communist Party, Subhas Nimang, had tabled the proposal to elect Sapkota to the position. Lawmakers Dev Gurung and Onsari Kharti seconded the proposal. Lawmaker Hininder Rizal of the main opposition Nepali Congress supported the proposal, citing that the party has given continuity to elect the Speaker unopposed. Meanwhile, the Supreme Court yesterday could not conduct the hearing on the writ petition challenging the candidacy of Agni Sapkota for the post of Speaker. The case was assigned to a single bench of Justice Hari Fuyal. However, the hearing was deferred as the bench of Justice Fuyal could not look into the writ as Fuyal refused to take on the case, stating that he had pleaded on behalf of victims in another writ against Sapkota prior to getting appointed as Justice. Following the long political stalemate, Agni Sapkota was elected as the new Speaker of the House of Representatives yesterday. The post of the Speaker was vacant for the past 4 months after Krishna Bahadur Mahara resigned following rape allegations. Sapkota, who had become minister twice, has been elected as lawmaker 3 times from Sindhupalchok district. Sapkota, a graduate, was born on 25th of February 1958 in Kuvinde of Sindhupalchok and was a teacher by profession for almost 15 years. Sapkota started his political career in 1977 and is a standing committee member of the ruling Nepal Communist Party. He was one of the members of the talk team from the then Maoist formed to initiate dialogues with the then government in 2001. Sapkota also led the Public Accounts Committee under the Parliament, which investigated the Hyatt Regency Hotel land scam. Though Sapkota has been appointed as the Speaker unopposed, he could not be controversy-free in public life. He has been charged with the alleged involvement in the murder of Arjun Lama, a resident of Sindhupalchok during the conflict era. A writ was filed at the Supreme Court on Friday, challenging his candidacy for the post. The Office of the Auditor General, in a constitutional body which audits the annual transactions of government offices. Based on the Office of the Auditor General's report, the government even reimburses the outstanding amounts from the concerned employees and officials. However, it has been found that the auditing team deployed by the Office of the Auditor General has failed to reach the concerned officers to carry out the auditings. We have a report.
The Office of the Auditor General is preparing to publish the 57th Annual Audit Report of the government offices. The Office of the Auditor General deploys its employees to the districts providing allowances to carry out the auditing. However, it has been found that the deployed employees do not go to the concerned offices. The employees deployed to carry out the auditing of 10 local-level offices of Khotang district were found to have stayed at their district headquarters for 46 days without reaching the concerned offices. Instead, the deployed officials directed the employees of the concerned offices to bring the necessary documents at the hotel in the district headquarters where they were staying. However, the staff at Diprung Rural Municipality of Khotang district denied taking the necessary documents to the hotel. The auditing team returned without carrying out the auditing of that rural municipality. The same auditing team has now reached Udaipur from Khotang. They are following the same trend, asking to bring the necessary documents at the hotel of the district headquarters, Gaighat. The Office of the Auditor General, however, has tried to cover the weakness, citing the lack of adequate workforce. The officials at the Office of the Auditor General are often being criticized for embezzlement to sort out issues. Such a trend from the constitutional body itself has also raised the credibility of the report that it publishes annually.
The Public Expenditure Review Commission had determined more than 500 authorities, including development committees, funds and boards, among others, being unable to produce expected results. However, instead of terminating such authorities, the government has allocated additional 150 billion rupees in the current fiscal year. The Commission has found that the government has been establishing several entities for the same job, which has been draining the state coffers each year. However, the government has yet again shown indifference towards implementing the Commission's advice to terminate all the unnecessary entities, as mentioned in the Commission's recently released report. There are approximately 9,000 boards, committees and funds under several ministries. Established under the development committees and special acts, the government workers have been merely emptying the state coffers by more than half of these entities instead of producing any effective results. For instance, the Commission has raised questions about the significance of Dairy Development Board, National Cooperative Development Board, Trade and Export Promotion Center, and National Youth Council, among more than 500 other authorities. The Commission has claimed that with the fund that is being wasted in the unnecessary authorities, the nation could have generated more than 700 megawatts of hydroelectricity. The government's continued indifference towards implementing the Commission's report has raised suspicion if the leadership has been simply trying to safeguard the employment of its party members at the cost of the national development. In our Public Voice segment, we had asked the residents of Surkhet district what's their take on the provincial government's appointing employees on contract basis instead of appointing them by forming Public Service Commission. Let's take a look at what they had to say.
Public Voice.
प्रदेश सरकारले आफ्नो टाउको बचाउन त पक्कै पनि केही संरचना बनाउँदाखेरि केही रुल त बनाएकै हुन्छ, तर बनाएको बावजुद पनि जसरी लोकसेवाले गरिरहेको थियो त्यो जनमानसमा असर पर्न सकेको छैन।
हामीले आयोग पास गरेपछि अब आफ्नो भविष्य उज्जवल बनाउँछौं भनेका हुन्छ, तर त्यसरी पढ्न जानेहरू र त्यस्तो आयोग पास गरेकाहरूलाई चाहिँ बहुत ठूलो असर पर्छ जस्तो लाग्छ मलाई यो करारमा राख्नु चाहिँ।
6 महिना 1 वर्षसम्म हुन सक्छ। उहाँहरूले यो आफ्नै क्याबिनेटले निर्णय गरेर करारमा भर्ना गर्ने प्रावधान भए अनुसारै भर्ना गर्नु भएको छ।
करारमा राख्दाखेरि त कतिको उसको क्षमता पुग्छ पुग्दैन, उले राम्रो काम गर्न सक्छ सक्दैन। हामीले त करारमा राखेर कर्मचारी मात्र राख्ने त हैन नि त। राखिसकेपछि राम्रो काम गरोस्, यो प्रदेशमा राम्रो एउटा उन्नति प्रगति गरोस्।
सक्षम र योग्य नागरिकहरूलाई चाहिँ ठाउँमा पुग्न दिन सक्दैनौं कि जस्तो हामीलाई चाहिँ लागिराखेको छ।
It's time now for our segment, Public Pulse, where you text us with your opinion.
Public Pulse.
And the question is, what's your take on the teams deployed by the Office of the Auditor General carrying out auditing without reaching the concerned offices? And options are A, ongoing trend, B, lack of adequate human resources, and C, height of carelessness. The voting is on. Type NEWS, select your option A, B, or C and send it to 34001 to share your opinion with us. Now the sports update.
Sports news.
Basketball legend Kobe Bryant and one of his daughters were among 9 people killed early this morning when a helicopter crashed into a hillside in California. 41-year-old Bryant and his 13-year-old daughter Gianna Maria Bryant had been expected at the Mamba Sports Academy in Thousand Oaks for a basketball game. Gianna was expected to play in the game and Bryant was expected to coach, according to Lady Mavericks team director Evelyn Morales. The helicopter crashed about 30 miles northwest of downtown Los Angeles, caused a brush fire, Los Angeles County Fire Department Chief Daryl Osby said. The crash killed all 9 people aboard, according to the Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department. Early, the Sheriff's Department said 5 people were killed in the crash. Officials have not identified the victims. Bryant, a 5-time NBA champion, was wisely considered one of the greatest players in the game's history. Tributes from celebrities and fellow sports stars have been pouring in, many expressing shock at his sudden death. Real Madrid moved top of La Liga for the first time since October after grinding out a 1-0 win away at Real Valladolid to make Barcelona pay for their surprise defeat to Valencia. It is 16 weeks since Madrid last placed around top of the league, and it looked like a scrappy contest until Nacho headed in the winner with 12 minutes remaining. Victory means Zinedine Zidane's side pulled 3 points ahead of Barcelona, whose 2-0 loss away at the Mestalla on Saturday under new coach Quique Setién could prove a turning point in a closely contested title race. Madrid now have the luxury of hosting the struggling city rivals Atletico Madrid, who are 10 points back after a goalless home draw with Leganes earlier on Sunday. It's time now for our special segment, Off the Beat.
The civilization of Simrogad, holding immense archaeological significance, could date back to far earlier than the 11th century than what was anticipated. An archaeological team from England, currently studying the history of Simrogad, located 90 kilometers south of the capital Kathmandu, has hinted that the civilization of Simrogad in Bara district along the Nepal-India border could date back to much earlier than the 11th century. Simrogad was a fortified city and the ancient capital of Tirhut kingdom in the 11th century. The Mughal regime in the 13th century had destroyed the kingdom, as excavation held later had confirmed these details. However, the ongoing GPR survey and evidence underground have revealed that the civilization of Simrogad dates back to much earlier than the present estimation of the 11th century. Meanwhile, the local authority, which is assisting the visiting English team in excavation works, has taken the initiative to construct a museum for the conservation of important artifacts. The earthquake victims in Sindhupalchok district are having a hard time to go about their daily lives under makeshift shelters due to the ongoing cold spell. The earthquake victims have not been able to build permanent shelters even after almost 5 years since the devastating earthquake of April 2015. Most of the victims, especially children and elderly, have complained of chest and head pain, while those with weakened immunity are also prone to different cold-related ailments. This is Bibashna Tamang for Kantipur News Desk.
And that's all for this hour. Keep watching Kantipur Television SD for more news and entertainment. Have a good day.